What's up guys, it's me, Straw Hat Nate, and I'm back this month with another Boruto video, as Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 18 recently came out. Last time we went over last chapter where the Konoha Shinobi have a devious plan to defeat the Shinju in the Land of Wind, and Shikamaru was the one responsible for coming up with this plan. And in this chapter, we see what happens to that plan. It seems that the two Shinju here in the Land of Wind, Ryu and Matsuri, are actually smarter than they let on last chapter. Besides this, we also get a scene with Kawaki and Amado's situation, which is also covered in this chapter, which leads to a tense scene between the two of them. So if you want to see what this tension is all about, wait till that point in this video. And without further ado, let's get into the chapter after you like the video and subscribe. So to start from the beginning, Sumire walks in on Kawaki and Amado, where Kawaki has his huge mutant hand on Amado and pushing him against the wall. Of course, she is distraught by seeing this, so Kawaki tells her that it's all fine. Kawaki is just fed up with Amado because Amado always is just tinkering with his body without his permission, and he even is stopping him from achieving his full power. So Kawaki says that he'll kill him if he doesn't take the power limiters off. And Kawaki has a dead serious look in his eye. But funny enough, Amado simply just says sleep, and Kawaki falls on the ground. So Kawaki never had the upper hand to begin with in this situation. We'll get back to this scene later on in the chapter as well. But now, we switch over to the Land of the Wind, where the mission is going on, and Konohamaru is talking to Matsuri by a rock, where we left off last chapter. And Matsuri is still super nervous talking to him, since Konohamaru is like her crush, and she's slowly and surely getting more comfortable talking to him. But Matsuri asks him if she can call him Konohamaru-chan to show her like affection towards him, but that's where things all get messed up. Konohamaru, in his mind, thinks about Moegi and how she used to be the only one to call him Konohamaru-chan. Then his dumbass tells her that he would prefer for her to not call him Konohamaru-chan, even though his entire job right now is to be friendly with the Shinju and try to gain their trust. But he, I guess, is uncomfortable with Matsuri's affection towards him. Obviously, since Matsuri doesn't really have human emotions and empathy, she gets super angry and serious looking, and he says that only one person can call him that, and this makes her even madder. She infers that this one person has to be Moegi, which is the first time a Shinju has shown that they know about their past body. So Matsuri is now in pretty much kill mode because Konohamaru fucked up the mission, and I don't know if he can stand a chance against her in her full power. But then elsewhere in the mission, we see Sarada and the others looking for clues for Boruto's location with Ryu, the other Shinju, and he uses his iron sand to spread around and detect clues, which worries the shinobi because that's usually what he uses to attack, but he explains it away quickly. Up on the hill, Yodo is staring at Ryu with bloodlust in her eyes, to the point where Ryu notices it and is forced to call her out upon it. She says that all ninja like her are bloodlusted at all times, but that's clearly not true because Sarada, Mitsuki, and Araya are all chill right now. So Ryu immediately is not trusting of Yodo. But Mitsuki, who isn't the best at recognizing tension in the air, asks Ryu why he is looking for Boruto. He answers by saying that Boruto knows way too much about the thorn bulbs, so the Shinju have to get rid of him. With mention of the thorn bulb, Sarada tries something now. She suggests that Ryu should use his thorn bulb to lure out Boruto, but she basically just wants to see it and maybe get the chance to take it or something. And he listens because he pretty much kind of trusts most of them here, and he releases the thorn bulb from his chest into the air. But immediately, Yodo completely messes up the mission by jumping the gun and jumping out in the air to grab the thorn bulb. And now it is really clear to Ryu where the shinobi's intentions really lie, so he gets serious. Ryu literally freezes Yodo in the air, and he also freezes and controls the others at the same time. Then he starts forcing Sarada to move with his iron sand, making her draw her kunai from her pocket and jump out to attack Yodo. They're basically like puppets to him and his iron sand. But thankfully, in the very last second, Sarada doesn't slice Yodo because Araya stops the iron sand with his jutsu. It is revealed here that Araya has a lodestone sand stealing blade, which has some sort of magnet release on it, so he is somewhat able to control the iron sand. It is explained that he made this jutsu to fight alongside his teammate Shinki, but in this situation it kind of seems like an ass pull. Ryu, though, is kind of annoyed now, and he says that it's unfair that he could control his sand, but he's just being childish. Ryu still has the upper hand in the fight. And now, back in Konoha, Kawaki wakes up on the table after being put to sleep by Amato earlier. Here, Amato tells Kawaki that he has one condition that he needs to be fulfilled, and then he could take off Kawaki's limiters. He says that Kawaki needs to implant a karma seal on a fresh Delta clone. This is Amato's only chance of getting his dead daughter, Akebi, back from the dead, and it can only be done with a karma seal because it's the power of the gods. And Kawaki says that if this revived daughter turns out to be Otsutsuki, which is kind of likely, Kawaki will be forced to kill it. But then Amato reveals that if Kawaki attempts to kill his Otsutsuki daughter, he will try to stop Kawaki, which is not what Kawaki wanted to hear. So then Kawaki denies his condition. He says that he'll only do what Amato wants after all of the current foes like Boruto and Jura are wiped out, because he really needs power first, and he doesn't want another enemy on the battlefield. He doesn't stand a fighting chance without a power-up, so he wants Amato to give him that power first, using whatever method necessary. From the looks of it, Amato agrees with him and his terms, so we might see next chapter Kawaki gets some sort of upgrade from Amato. But that's it for this chapter now. It was a very eventful chapter because pretty much all of the plans went to shit. Yodo messed up her side of the plan, Konohamaru messed up his side of the plan, so it's really gonna get dangerous in the Land of the Wind. And in Konoha, Kawaki continues on making me mad every chapter because of his inability to be friendly with anyone and his grumpiness at all times. I predict that Kawaki might do something to also mess up this situation because everyone else is messing up their situations. But he might attack Jura or something, who is in Konoha. We'll see where this all goes next month, but that's it for this chapter. So if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.